After a very long time, Americans will finally get a chance to drive the Ford Ranger Raptor. And even better, they will enjoy the latest model. After clearing US Customs, the 2024 Ford Ranger Raptor has finally made it to the American market. This is after it was mostly produced in Australia, but never really made it to the US. There's so much to love about it, starting with its powertrain. Even its design is very appealing, making it quite the car. But what does it really have to offer? Let's find out, shall we? Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we will look at the 2024 Ford Ranger Raptor as we learn what it has to bring to the table. But before we continue, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing updates on your favorite cars. And with that, let's find out what the 2024 Ford Ranger Raptor has to offer. All car enthusiasts can be forgiven for not giving the Ford Ranger the attention it deserves. This is mainly because from 1983 to 2011, it has always been on the market, but it has had minimal updating and no performance variants. The sad part is that the company passed on the prototype Cobra-powered SVT Ranger V8 sometime in the mid-1990s. When Ford went ahead and brought the global T6 Ranger in 2019, which was actually halfway through its life cycle globally, it went on with its predecessor's faithful farm dog persona. But now, let's just say that with the 2024 Ford Ranger Raptor, there's all reason to give Ford's midsizer some attention. This has greatly tipped the scales in their favor. For quite a long time, Ford Australia has always led the development of the T6 platform. And now, the new global Ford Ranger shares this platform with the Bronco and some SUVs that have been built in Brazil, Africa, and Asia. Oz might just be the perfect place to develop a trophy truck desert racer like the off-roader Raptor variant, given that the continent has a high percentage of desert coverage. And in case you never knew, the newest Ranger Raptor has already made its debut across the pond, but this is the first time it's being sold in America. Most of the Ranger Raptor's initial development has been in the Alice Springs area, which is mostly known as the capital of Australia's Red Centre. One of the best things about this new Ranger Raptor is its engine. What exactly powers this beast? As we would all expect, the new Ranger Raptor comes with a version of the Bronco Raptor's 3.0-liter twin-turbo EcoBoost V6. The fact that the exhaust has been made about 14 inches longer and the charge air cooler has been packaged lower has increased the amount of plumbing. This means that Ford might incur greater losses because of this. Because of these changes, power and torque will not be reduced slightly. Instead of coming with the Bronco Raptor's 418 horsepower and 440 pound-feet of torque, the Ranger Raptor will come with 405 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque. However, don't let these changes bother you that much. It is known that pickup boxes are way lighter than glassed-in SUV bodies. Ford has claimed that the Ranger Raptor's curb weight comes in about 400 pounds less than the last two Bronco Raptors. This would eventually mean that the Ranger would have a superior weight-to-power ratio. And who knows, maybe it might even be better than the 3.5-liter EcoBoost F-150 Raptor 37. And just like in the Bronco Raptor, Ford has tuned this engine to reward the revs. It literally makes about 90% of its peak power at redline. Naturally, just like all its North American siblings, the new Ranger will transfer all this torque and power through a 10-speed automatic transmission. This is then taken through an electronically controlled transfer case and onto the front and rear locking differentials. These are closely related to the ones found in the Bronco Raptor. However, this one comes with a few revisions to the clutches in the T-case. The front differentials are tailored depending on the truck's mission. For example, the Desert Racing Ranger wouldn't really need to pull itself up over an obstacle when only one front tire has gained traction. When it comes to suspension, this is one of the strongholds of the Ford Raptor. And just as with other Raptors, the suspension travel has been greatly increased from the mainstream 2024 Ford Ranger's 5.2 inches of jounce and 3.9 inches of rebound in front, and 5.0/3.8 rear to the Raptor's 5.2/4.8 front and 6.5/5.0 rear. Basically, this means 1.4 inches more on the front and 2.7 inches more at the rear. All this is on the stock 33-inch BF Goodrich all-terrain TAKO3s. However, if you were to follow suit of Australian modifiers and upsize to 35s, then you would have subtracted half an inch. The 17-inch tires can be fitted to bead lock capable wheels for serious sand runners or rock crawlers. It's important to note that the Ford Ranger Raptor has a ground clearance of 10.7 inches, which is an increase of 1.4 inches compared to the base Ranger. However, it's still 3.8 inches shorter than the Bronco Raptor. In addition, the approach and departure angles are also much better suited to desert racing than boulder parkour. Because of this, Ford saw no need to add a stabilizer bar disconnect. To achieve the suspension travel increase, the new upper and lower aluminum front control arms add about 3.5 inches to the front track, and the upper shock mount has been revised. The rear suspension gets the same treatment as that of the F-150 Raptor, getting rid of the leaf springs for radius arms and coil-over shock units that have been mounted outboard of the frame. The Ford Ranger Raptor comes with 2.5-inch Fox Live valve internal bypass shocks that are programmed for Ford performance with varying damping maps. For example, the position-sensitive damping changes the rates mid-stroke on a given jounce or rebound event. With all this tailoring going around, the 2024 Ford Ranger Raptor comes with 7 different drive modes. These are Normal, Tow Haul, Sport, Slippery, Off-Road, Rock Crawl, and Baja. There's an R mode that allows tailoring of the various parameters to the driver's preference. In addition, the system keeps track of your driving style so that it can keep track of damping. This is helpful in a scenario like when you start moving across the desert without switching to Baja mode. No matter what mode the car is in, the system will sense when the wheels leave the ground and will prep the shocks for a safe landing. The shocks also come with the new Teflon-infused oil to reduce friction and heat buildup within the shocks. This technology had a soft launch on the F-150 Raptor midway through the 2021 model year. There's one more feature that comes from its American-grown Raptor siblings, and this is the use of a Watts linkage to locate the live rear axle laterally. This has mainly been borrowed from the Everest and Endeavour T6 SUVs, which are cousins to the Raptor. The F-150 and Bronco Raptors also come with a pan-hard rod, which is less optimal when it comes to cornering. This is because it behaves slightly differently when turning left versus right. To protect the chassis when you're coming down from a big jump or off a boulder, the 2024 Ford Ranger Raptor will come with extensive cladding. This includes a steel bash plate, plus covers for the engine, transmission, transfer case, and fuel tank. The high-strength steel bash plate has been coated to look like aluminum, which coordinates with the less rugged silver section of the lower bumper. In addition to that, North America will get a steel front bumper, whereas most global markets get foam with a plastic covering for pedestrian protection. We've seen the global Ranger Raptor's bodywork, and we can all agree that we like the way stretching the bodywork to cover the wider track added 4.3 inches to the width. However, this places the structure necessary for the base Ranger's useful rear body side steps too far inboard, and because of this, this feature will not be available on the Raptor. Each other vent, scoop, and design element is functional and necessary. For starters, the Raptor graphics are less than vital, but have been made optional. It comes in a new Raptor color called Shelter Green, which incorporates gold metal flakes. This will eventually take the place of the code orange paint option on other Raptors. There's just so much to love about the Ford Ranger Raptor, which has been made better than ever. What do you think about the 2024 Ford Ranger Raptor? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section below. Also, before you go, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing updates on your favorite cars. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.